Welcome to my channel Light Minded, where I like to talk about ways that we can all align our mind, body, and spirit to becoming the best version of ourselves. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Please go ahead and like this video and go ahead and subscribe and join the tribe. Also, if you would like to join my Discord group, the link is below. I had one of my lovely subscribers from the Discord ask why I became a therapist. So I guess today in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a story time of my journey of becoming a therapist. And I hope that this information is helpful, whether it's entertaining or you learn something from it. I know for some of you, my fellow therapists, you may get some tips from my journey, and for others of you, just go ahead and enjoy the story time. I graduated in 2010 with my bachelor's. At that point, I didn't know what I was going to do, end up getting in like accounting and finance. I decided in May of 2020 to go back and get my master's. It was just one day, I literally just heard a little voice and it said, go ahead, do it. Go ahead and become a therapist. And I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna do this. So around that time, May 2020, I know a lot of you guys experience all type of experience with COVID and the pandemic, and everything was being shut down, and I really feel like it was a time of chaos, and I feel like around that time I was meditating a little bit more, and that's when I just heard the calling to become a therapist. And I looked at the benefits of becoming a therapist, and I was just envisioning the lifestyle that I wanted for my future, and it just aligned. You know, I would be able to help people, I would be able to have a flexible schedule, make my own schedule, work from anywhere where I have a laptop and internet. So it just seemed like a really good lifestyle fit for me. So when it came to me applying to universities, I literally just found some universities. When I tell you everything aligned perfectly, when I applied at the few schools that I applied at, the one school that I feel like I was drawn to was the University of Cumberland. That was just an amazing experience. I literally applied and everything just fell in line. Like, as far as the dates and the timing of everything of me submitting my paperwork, it just all fell together very magically. So once I applied, I did an interview with a panel, I moved on to the next step, and I was able to move forward with the program. As far as this program, guys, the professors, the staff, they were so supportive, and I feel like, you know, I really have to thank the University of Cumberland. I'm not tied to them in any type of way other than, you know, going to the school and graduating, but it was a very supportive program. I feel like the university really prepared me to become a great therapist. Also, side note, another important thing, if any of you are fellow therapists or thinking about becoming a therapist, make sure your university is CACREP accredited. That's really, really important, you know, when it comes to your future opportunities coming in. So I just had to throw that little tidbit in there because it is really going to set you up for success if your university is CACREP accredited. So fast forward, I finished most of my classes, taking a full load while working, and then I started my internship 1, internship 2, and boy, was that amazing experience. I was able to connect with my peers. When you do your internship, you stay with that class, with the program that I went to, and you were able to really create some really beautiful bonds with your classmates, even after graduating. The internship was a good experience, really hands-on experience, being able to see clients. It was so exciting. And it's like throughout my journey of, you know, getting my master's as a therapist, I was met with confirmation. It just felt like fulfillment. Like I felt like I was on the right track. One of the cool things about experiencing your internship as a therapist in training was, you know, seeing so many different clients, different populations, different ages, doing group therapy, working with couples. That was really my time to figure out who I vibed with, what population I wanted to work with. And if you are a therapist in training, don't worry, you're gonna find your niche, you're gonna find the population that you wanna work with over time. Some of us know exactly, you know, what population we wanna work with, and some of us, it may take a little bit of time to figure out which population we resonate with the most. So thankfully for me, I had already had a background in spirituality between my YouTube channel and being a Reiki master and being a tarot reader. So I already knew that my niche was going to be based on spirituality. And as I was seeing clients, I found that I really loved working with clients that want to work on self-acceptance, self-love, and just overall healing themselves. So fast forward at the end of 2022, so it took me about 2 years to graduate with my master's, and right before graduation, I completed my exit exam and I passed and completed my NCE. And for any of you counselors in training, if you're worried about your NCE, don't worry. As long as you study, you're gonna be fine. I think I started studying around February, and then I took my test in May. So I did give myself like plenty of time to study so I didn't have to cram. I also took a boot camp. If you look up on Facebook, I think her name is Pam. Look up Pam's boot camp, and I'll put the link below as well. And her boot camp was so amazing, and it really decreased a lot of stress out of my life. But thankfully, I was able to take my NCE and pass it the first time. And I was really thankful for that. So for any of you that are taking any type of exams or anything like that, I think I've mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I had a script that I came up with, and I would read it every night before I went to bed. And it basically was affirming that I was going to take my test with ease. The answers would just flow out of my mind and onto the paper, or it was virtual, so into the computer. And I just visualized myself taking the test, cool, calm, and collected. And that's exactly what happened that day, just to kind of take the edge off and not worry about if I was gonna pass or gonna fail. So really working on my mindset while I was still prepared and studied for my NCE. And then I officially graduated in August 2022 with a 4.0. I was so proud of myself. And you know, if you are becoming a therapist, you know, one thing that was really wonderful about becoming a therapist and going through the program is working on yourself. Like, most of my papers were all about self-reflection and working on myself. You know, I'd never been to a therapist before, you know, working on my master's. And one of the things that was encouraged is, as a therapist, it's important for you to have a therapist yourself so you can work on yourself and release any type of limiting beliefs that you have. So I just feel like with my bachelor's, it was just like going to school. I felt like it was very transactional. But with my master's and becoming a therapist, it literally changed my life. It improved my communication skills, it improved my relationships in my life. It just overall helped me become a better version of myself with going through that program. So if you are thinking about becoming a therapist, it's not only about helping your clients, it's about helping yourself and the self-improvement that you're going to receive with becoming a therapist as well. Because I truly feel if I'm going to help people on their healing journey, I have to work on myself and be healthy as well. So in September 2022, I officially opened my private practice, Light Minded Therapy, and it was just such a blessing. And I just felt like the time just flew. You know, getting my master's and spending the time writing the papers, you know, those nights of staying up late and writing like 15-page papers, it was just so worth it. And I think I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about how much time it was gonna take. I just literally was in the present moment, like take this class, take that class, do this internship. I just kind of focused on what was in front of me. I didn't jump too far ahead. And for any of my fellow therapists out there, you know, if you look at the process of becoming a therapist, it can look very discouraging, just the hurdles and the hoops that you have to jump through. But if you stay present and you focus on what you want to achieve, the goals that you want to get to, I feel like everything is going to work out for you. So yeah, that's my story time of, you know, just a little bit of my journey of becoming a therapist. And, you know, there's just so many reasons of why I love being a therapist, but each and every time I work with a client and they're able to utilize their coping skills outside of therapy, or they come back and they give me their feedback, or they tell me their wins, it just provides me with so much fulfillment knowing that I'm able to help people and they're doing their own work. And I feel like it's just so fulfilling. So for any of my fellow therapists out there on your therapy journey, I'm definitely sending you lots of love and positive vibes. And for any of you out there seeking therapy, if you're located in Texas or Idaho, Click the link below to schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me. And if you're not located in Texas or Idaho, I will list some resources below so you can find a therapist that works for you best. So if any of you are fellow therapists, if you have any questions about the process or me becoming a therapist, please put it in a comment below. Or if you're a client and you're looking for a therapist, if you have any general questions, comment down below as well. So I'm wishing you all love and abundance, and until next time.